Hello, welcome my friends. Today I saw a comment, thank you for the comment, asking what was going on with Auntie Bev and when she was like shaking in the last hearing. And I want to know too. I just posted a short of Auntie Bev saying like, oh, this is bad for the prosecution. First thing I thought of, honestly, was you put an inverted video up, the prosecution did. And so now I don't buy it at all. What I want to know is, was this a prearranged exit strategy or was it on the fly? And by exit strategy, I wonder if Auntie Bev had talked to the prosecution, like if they say X, Y, and Z, I'm going to end this the same way she did with the jury, just dramatically, abruptly ended it, weird. And then if this was prearranged, which to me, 100%, I think that she's just a bad actor in a shitty play of this Karen Reed case. I also don't buy it at all. So I'd like to welcome everyone. Thanks for coming. I'm Kate. If you're new, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. If you would like to book a reading, links in the bio. If you have any questions, I hope I'm on top of the comments. If not, I'm sure I'll hear about it. So let's get this going. I just want to know, okay, should we do a general reading on Auntie Bev or a yes-no to get it started? We're going to do a yes-no. And we're just going to ask, was this prearranged? And then we're going to ask if it was on the fly. Because I wasn't a juror in that, obviously. I'm not even in that state, thank God. But jurors, the general public was confused. Alan Jackson had he argued against the jury questionnaire because it was trash, and she didn't do anything. She just called it a mistrial. And we've done a reading since then that the jury was tampered with. This is all allegedly for entertainment purposes only. There are no facts here. I'm a chick with a tarot deck. And I have questions. So we're gonna just ask yes, no. Was this premeditated? Was this premeditated? I'll explain that in a second. No. So I'm guessing this was on the fly. Let's just ask, was this on the fly? Hold on. Signs point to yes. Okay, it was on the fly. The other thing that I would not put past Auntie Bev, if you're watching, I don't know how this is going to go for you. Things aren't looking good, but if this was on the fly, which it was, I feel like what Auntie Bev did was very manipulative, and this is just my feeling. I have eyeballs. This is my opinion, is that she said the defense, but she got information for the prosecutor. I don't believe her. Anything that she says. So, yeah, signs point to yes. So this was on the fly. Okay. Now that we've cleared that up, what I think is it was a damage control. And I asked Al to help with some of the questions. So, why did she stop this hearing? I think it was damage control. And I didn't even watch the whole thing, and thanks for sending me that. I'm really over this case. Like, I think I'm frustrated by it all. Probably the same way everyone else feels. So when you guys send me info, I look into it, or at class when we talk about it, then I look into it, but not in general. So one of the things that Al, not me, thought was perhaps the defense was going in a direction, well, that they didn't want. That's clear. But there was something about pushing on what was that? Bukkake? That was, like, what was it about Bukkake? And that might have been Al putting it together, because I'm training Al, because we like integrity, to look at all the angles. And so to put this in to Al, I put in the inverted video as well as the transcript of this hearing, so that Al could make a educated answer for me. So I don't know if he's picking up she or he is picking up Bukkake. Shout out to Turtle Boy. Bukkake or not, or what direction they were going into. But the three questions that we have, we have three questions. Well, one of them is why. So we're gonna ask Auntie Bev, why did you stop this hearing? Defense was getting a little too close? 6 of Pentacles. We have the Fool. Make sure you guys are on. Oh, the Sun. I heard that, I didn't see the interview or the latest Karen Reed interview, but someone in the comments, thank you, said that she said the sunshine is the greatest disinfectant. Then we got the Sun here. The Fool. Oh, the Emperor. Yeah. Oh, we have the Hierophant. She's fucked. Every time one of these bad actors gets themselves in a jam, I take great pleasure in seeing it on the cards. So, I'll explain these in a second. She is the Chariot. I have our list of birthdays right here. She spun the wheel, and the Magician's here. Yeah, all right. McCabe's here. Oh, Colin Albert's here. All right. Oh, and this, I think, is Karen. So, I'm gonna get a drink. Okay, so we have the dark side. We also have the light. This is the US government, and this is the organization. The organization is a worldwide demonic organization that's been running around without checks and balances for at least since Jesus' time. Probably before, since Atlantis, actually. I do know that Atlantis fell 4 times because the same bad actors were trying. The last one was that I remember, or that I remembered or heard, was the deep state, dark side, was trying to use these crystals for everything. That's how they had like electricity and they could travel with it. they were trying to send the electricity, like something about the crystal, down to the center of the earth, the core, and the earth was like, you guys are done. So she wiped us out. And that's in the Bible as the flood, because the polar caps flipped. She's not going down with this ship, I'll tell you that. So we have the light side and the dark side. Auntie Bev, I'm guessing, is stuck, because her card is actually here. She's the Chariot. I think that she's probably stuck between doing the right thing and continuing her. We've done readings on her affiliation with the dark side. We also have Jennifer McCabe's card here. Who else is here? The Magician is here. This is Paul O'Keefe. You don't say. Shocker. So we have Auntie Bev, Jennifer McCabe, and Paul O'Keefe, surrounded by light and dark. I don't know if they're really all surrounded. Okay, then we have the Sun. Is anyone the Sun in this case? I don't know if anyone's the Sun, but the Sun is the greatest disinfectant. Bring it out to the light. If you have nothing to hide, bring it to the light. We have the little Fool here. This has represented John O'Keefe and Ethan in the past. You know who else is the Magician? Bettero. We love Bettero. Funny that they just happened to cut that off right before Bettero was about to. I'm sure they were about to talk about that. The Wheel of Fortune. I don't think anyone is the wheel. She's spinning the wheel. You can do the right thing or the wrong thing. We have the Hanged Man. Is the Hanged Man anyone? The Hanged Man is hanging around. Alright, so those are our major players. And we have the High Priestess. I know no one's the High Priestess. I'm going to leave the Hangman down. And I'm going to leave this because we don't really have anyone yet for it. So we have the dark side. This, you can think of two angels on your shoulder. We have do the right thing because it's the right thing to do, and take my money. So these little angels on our shoulder are, we have John O'Keefe and Ethan. It's the Fool, the Sun coming out, shining light on the debauchery that's probably everywhere. I mean, Massachusetts is taking the hit, but I'm sure if you dug a little bit into all of our states, we all have our own skeletons in the closet. The Magician represents both Bettero and Paul O'Keefe. I like it with Paul O'Keefe since Bettero's not really in here yet. The Chariot represents Auntie Bev, and the Hierophant is the U.S. government. Good. Okay, then we have, let's go to a party. Woohoo! Fake party. We have another 3-person pact. I mean, I have no idea who this is, but it could be a number of people. It could be Jennifer, Paul, and Auntie Bev. It could be Michael Morrissey, Auntie Bev, and Jennifer McCabe. I mean, it could be a lot of them. But they're working in tandem, and this one is a party. Woohoo! This is the fake party. Then we have little pages, bring her gifts. Ooh, just take this money. Take the money. Don't forget. You want to leave your grandchildren money. Money, money, money. The Queen of Pentacles. This is this purse strings. We've gotten this a lot. I don't know if this is connected to the woman who calls herself John's mother or a Michael Morrissey connection. We've gotten this a lot though. So we have lots of money, of course. Then we also have Colin Albert, the card that has represented Colin Albert. Again, there are no facts here. Do your own research. I'm going to check with the tarot deck. She spun the wheel and took a chance because she was ignoring her intuition. Auntie Bev's birthday is July. She's a Leo baby. So she's a fire sign. Here's the queen. This could be Queen of Wands. That could be Auntie Bev. Here's birthing a new idea. I mean, it could be a pregnancy too, but she's outside of the age of that, so. And then we have a hanged man hanging around waiting to see what happens. You know what else this could be? This 3-person pact. It could be someone in the prosecution side. Like, well, we know not Lally, but Lally's on the bench. As he should be. And I'm getting like, I don't know what this new prosecutor's name is. I don't really like him for a number of reasons, but one of the reasons was I didn't like his demeanor on the stand. I thought he talked, or when he was speaking on the very first day he was there. So, I mean, Auntie Bev, she has the light side and the dark side. It's like every day, every decision you make, it's like, who are you when no one's watching? Well, we just had some jumpers. Okay, we have a breakup and a divorce. I don't know who that is. Health issues. If anything happens to Auntie Bev in the next year, then maybe it's natural. I am guessing that, I mean, it's literally in the CIA handbook, how to make people fall downstairs, their yacht sink, has a heart attack. They have the handbook for it. This is a propaganda, yeah, fake news and weapons. Just weaponizing everything. I don't think it's her, but she's a good puppet. And I wonder if this is divorce. I wonder if her husband, I wonder if this is Auntie Bev. I set the intention for Auntie Bev, and we got last time that she's keeping a secret from him that could possibly end their marriage, allegedly. So we just had those jumpers. I mean, I think that they were just playing a game of chicken. I'm guessing that it was something like, if they bring up X, Y, and Z, then we are going to call this. She probably does feel trapped. I assume so. I mean, and here's a riot. This is for not the Karen Reed supporters. This is for the stands, the McCabe stands. I saw one in our comments and I was like, I'm sorry you missed 3rd grade comprehension. You have eyeballs and ears. I think it's, there's someone on YouTube. What's her name? I can't remember. Oh, Crime and Innuendo. Gossip, Crime and Innuendo or something. She always says she has highly top of the line recording devices on her face. There was a meeting. So they had a meeting before this hearing, I think. And I think that it was made clear to the prosecutors that if the defense said X, Y, and Z, I don't know what the conversation was, and I'm sure I'll end up watching the entire hearing. I watched Emily D. Baker, I love her, a clip of her, and she was frustrated. She was a prosecutor for a long time, and I would be frustrated. I'm sure it's frustrating. They're at war. Yeah. Social media, the karmic justice. It's a universal law. I've talked about it before. Wait a second. We just got another divorce. There are 2 in this deck. Yes, someone's fucked. I wonder if this is a divorce of Auntie Bev in the literal sense. Maybe it's a divorce of her employment, a divorce. One of our friends, we kept getting dismembered, and it was like freaking me out. And I don't even know if it was this case, but it was the dismemberment of their story. And this could be the divorce of, I don't know. I've been doing a lot of research on the Supreme Court justices that voted against Karen Reed. And they should, actually, Karen, if you're watching this, and I'll post it or I'll do a video on it. There's enough there to bring charges against Graziano or Frank Graziano or something. He also, well, it's a conflict of interest for him to even vote on it. Al helped me with it, and it's enough to take that also to with your federal filing. I'll post it or something so that you can make it clearer. I mean, Auntie Bev she's fighting between doing what's right and the temptation of what's wrong. I think that they had a pre-arranged agreement between, she's super low vibe, and it was set up by a male. So is this Michael Morrissey or the new prosecutor that's not Lally? We are going down the afternoon traffic tunnel in a motel. Okay, I don't want to go down that road. But maybe Auntie Bev has her hand in it too. It's a lucrative business. So in conclusion, the question that we asked was, why did she stop the hearing? I think the reason she stopped this hearing was because she had a prearranged agreement with prosecutors. If the defense said X, Y, and Z, I'm going to call this. Same way that she did with the jury being hung that she didn't explain. Jackson filed or had a complaint against the jury questionnaire. I think it was a strategic move. And I think she also has external pressure, probably this male, who could be Chubby Fingers. Oh wait, there's trafficking. This could be Chubby Fingers, or this could be the new prosecutor, who's supposedly the best. If that's the best, no thanks. I think it was a damage control thing to keep whatever they were about to ask, or whatever direction they were going in. She put an end to it. That was part of a prearranged agreement. They didn't have I think what they did was they talked about it. They had it in their minds, like, if this goes to X, Y, and Z, I'm going to call it. So it was on the fly in the sense that it happened on the fly, but I think it was prearranged. If the defense started talking about X, Y, and Z, then we're going to call it. She is struggling, according to the cards, and my personal humble opinion, with the dark side and all of the money that she's accepted over the years, and doing the right thing. Who are you when no one's watching? It's like a classic old school. Well, they're all trash, in my opinion. So the dark side's whispering, and the light side is not whispering, but hey, do you want to go to prison too? We have John O'Keefe, the Chariot. She wants to get out of here, and this is also her card. We have the Magician. This is trashy Paul O'Keefe. Paul, I don't like you. This is Jennifer McCabe. I don't like you either. And the Sun is the greatest disinfectant. We then have this fake party. There's three people are working together. This could be a number of these bad actors. And some little pages are offering her money. Take our gifts, take our money. You want to leave money to your children. This is inherited wealth. Here, someone's handing out money to Auntie Bev. Auntie Bev, you're easy to buy and you need to pull the rope. This hangman is waiting around to see how is this cookie going to crumble. She's already spun the wheel. She's already taken her chance. She went dark side. Maybe her conscience is speaking to her and saying, cut it out. We need you to do the right thing. Do you want to lose it all? Maybe this was Auntie Bev at the end. Like, this was her Hail Mary. Like, this is too much. She was shaking. She looked visibly upset. So maybe her conscience is winning. That would be really awesome. We also have Colin Albert's card here, the card that has represented Colin Albert. We have a birth. This could be birthing a new idea. I think her conscience is winning. Good. We have Pentacles, though. This is that strong feminine. I don't know who it is, but it shows up for Michael Morrissey all the time. And this is Auntie Bev as the queen, as you would expect. I want to do one more quick yes now. We're already at 25 minutes, and I just want to ask if Auntie Bev, and then to go back through, that was in conclusion. I mean, you guys saw it. I'm going to do one more question to see if her intuition is winning. Or, yeah, let's just ask that. Is Auntie Bev's conscience winning? It's likely. Well. That is good. Perhaps what happened was she did meet with the prosecutors. If the defense goes down this road, we're putting an end to it. But maybe her visceral reaction to, I don't think what she got had anything to do with the defense, and I don't think it has to do with Arca. I don't think that. I know these guys are all a bunch of idiots, but I don't think that Jackson and Yannetti would put their careers on the line to lie for the feds. That doesn't make any sense, like at all. So I don't think it has anything to do with Arca. I think that there was a a meeting before the hearing. If the defense goes down this road, we are going to pull it. So she did. But I also think her visceral reaction and her shaking and her nervousness was her conscience is really winning. It's like trying to get her attention. Like, do you really want to get a divorce over this? Do you really want to throw your life away? And, well, she's in a pickle because the law of justice, it's universal law. It's like gravity. I say this all the time. If you walk off a building, you will fall. It doesn't matter how nice you are. The karma, we call it karma. In the olden days, it was the universe. It was the law of justice. In conclusion, I think the good news is that Auntie Bev's, the light is winning in Auntie Bev. I think she's starting to realize, this is a way, way bigger than her. She has a lot on the line. In the sense, her husband is the one that her trigger is her husband. And if that comes up, it's game over for her. She'll end whatever debauchery she's doing, I think, to save him. I think that Auntie Bev is in over her head. I mean, they all are. And I think that they also had an agreement that they would stop that. She would stop the hearing. But I think the good news for Auntie Bev, and then I'm going to let you guys go, is that her intuition's winning. You have an angel on each side of your shoulder, and I think that the do the right thing is winning. She's literally stuck between the dark side and the light. Whichever one could be, every day, every moment. Do the right, who are you when no one's watching? That's what it comes down to. So I will love you and leave you, and I will see you next time. Thanks for coming.